Jai Sitaram. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitayah Pateye Namaha. Balakand, chapter 37, the birth of Lord Kartikeya. In the previous chapter, we saw how the devatas beg Lord Shiva, who was disporting with his wife Uma Devi, to contain his potency, and the kind Lord Shiva agrees to do so, but then part of his potency had already moved from its receptacle, and the devatas say that the earth will be able to withstand that. So Shiva released his potency and it became a white mountain by the grace of Agni, and then from that mountain came forth a clump of very holy reeds from which emerged Lord Kartikeya. But Uma Devi is extremely angry, and so she curses the devatas that they would not be able to beget any children via their wives, and she also curses the earth that she is always going to have multiple masters. Basically, the kings are the masters of the earth. Then Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati go off to the Himalayas for further tapasya. And in this chapter, Visvamitra describes the birth of Lord Kartikeya in greater detail. Verse 1. Tapyamane tada deve sa indrah sa agni purogama senapatim abhi santah pitamaham upagaman. Meanwhile, the devatas wanted a general to lead them against the asuras, and they approached the grandsire Brahma and prayed unto him for one. Verse 2. Tato abruvan surah sarve bhagavantam pitamaham pranipatya surah Rama sa indra sa agni purogamah. Then, led by Indra and the fire god, all devatas approached Lord Brahma, the grandsire, saluted him with folded hands, and spoke. Verse 3. Yena senapati devadatto bhagavata pura satapaha param asthaya tapyate sma saha umaya. Lord, he whom you gave unto us to lead our armies is ever engaged in tapas along with his consort, Uma. We should understand that the potency that Lord Shiva has released to the earth has not yet materialized as Lord Kartikeya. Verse 4. Yat atra anantaram karyam lokanam hitakamyaya samvidhat Swavidhanagnya tvam hi nah paramagatihi. Do we not look unto you for help, guidance, and support? Advise us what to do next. The welfare of the worlds is dearer unto you. Do you point out the course of action best for us? Devatanam vachah shrutva sarvaloka pitamaha santavyan madhurai vakye tridashan idam abravit. The four-faced one calmed the fears of the shining ones and spoke to them encouragingly. Verse 6. Shailaputriya yat uktam tat na prajah svasu patnishu tasya vachanam aklishtam satyam eva na samshayaha. The words of the great mother shall prove true, and you shall not have children born unto you of your own wives. Never shall it be otherwise. Verse 7. Iyam akasha Ganga yasyam putram hutashanah janayishyati devanam senapatim arindamam. Now Agni shall bring forth a son of Ganga, who is even now purifying your worlds. He shall be the general of the gods and the terror of his foes. Verse 8. Jeshta Shailendra Duhita Manayishyati tam sutam umaya tat bahumatam bhavishyati na samshayah. Uma, her sister, shall take the child unto her heart, and he shall be to her even as a child of her womb. Verse 9. Tat shrutva vachanam tasya kritartha raghunandana pranipatya surah sarve pitamaham apujayan. These words rejoiced the hearts of the gods. They took reverent leave of their leader and went back even as they came. Verse 10. Te gatva paramam Rama kailasam dhatu manditam agnim niyojayamasuhu putrartam sarvadevataha. Proceeding to the Kailasa, rich in metals, gold and gems, they directed Agni to bring forth a son to accomplish their ends. Verse 11. Deva karyam idam deva samadhatsva hutashana shailaputriam mahatejo gangayam teja utrija. O thou, the leader of the gods and the light of the world, help us in our need and bring us good. Of great splendor thou, direct thy energy towards Ganga, the daughter of the monarch of mountains. Verse 12. Devatanam pratignaya gangam abhyetya pavakaha garbham dharaya vaidevi devatanam idam priyam. It shall be even as you desire, replied the Lord of the fire. He approached Ganga and said to her, the gods desire that thou bear in thy womb my unfailing energy and bring forth a son to serve their purpose. Verse 13. Iti etat vachanam shrutva divyam rupam adharayat sa tasya mahimam drishtva samantat avakiryata. With great pleasure, replied she, and assumed a divine form, whereat he marveled greatly, and discharging his fiery energy on all sides, he permeated her in all her limbs with his fierce might. Verse 14. Samantatah tada devim abhyashinchata pavakaha sarva shrotam si purnani gangaya raghunandana. O Rama, this Ganga was penetrated through and through with the potency of Lord Shiva, even unto the utmost ends of her body. Verse 15. Tam uvacha tato Ganga sarvadeva purogamam ashakta dharane deva teja tava samudhatam dahyamana agnina tena sampravyathita chetana. But it was too much even for her, the all-purifying one, and she cried out unto the priest of the gods in utter helplessness, Lord, I feel powerless to bear within me thy terrible energy that is even now consuming me. Even as she spoke, the flames grew and grew until the agony became too intense for her. Verse 16. Atha abravit idam gangam sarvadeva hutashanaha iha haimavate parshve garbho ayam sanniveshyatam. Thereupon Agni, out of great pity that wrung his heart, said unto her, If so, Ganga, let out that which is in thy womb at the foot of Himavan. Maybe it will relieve thee of thy pain. Verse 17. Shrutva tu Agni vacho Ganga tam garbham atibhasvaram utsasarja mahatejah srotobhyo hi tada anagha. O greatly resplendent Brahma, the holy river gladly hastened to obey Agni, and the refulgent embryo was directed through the various streams that had their origin in her. Verse 18. Yat asya nirgatam tasmat tapta jambu nada prabham kanchanam dharanim praptam hiranyam atula prabham. And what came forth from her womb was of the hue of molten gold, and was known in the world from that day as gold, pure and shining. Verses 19 and 20. ताम्रं कार्ष्णायसं चैव तैक्ष्ण्यात् एव अभिजायत मलं तस्य अभवत् तत्र त्रपुसीसकम् एव च तत् एतद् धरणीं प्राप्य नानाधातु अवर्धत. From the pungent element thereof were produced copper and black iron, while the impure parts of it were converted to brass and lead. Thus were the diverse metals brought forth into existence and grew apace. Verse 21. Nikshipta matre garbhe tu tejobihi abhiranjitam Sarvam parvata samnadham sauvarnam abhavat vanam. The mighty mountain turned of the color of gold, and the forests around it were filled with the unbearably bright energy of that which proceeded from Ganga's womb. Verse 22. Jatarupam iti khyatam tada prabhriti raghava Suvarnam Purushavyaghra Hutashana Samaprabham Trina Vraksha Lata Gulmam Sarvam Bhavati Kanchanam. Henceforth, the gold was known amongst men by the name of Jatarupa, radiant even as fire. The trees, the grass, the creepers, and everything therein was converted into gold, Kanchana, so called. Verse 23. Tam kumaram tato jatam sa indrah saha marudgana kshira sambhavana arthaya kritika samyojayan. Indra and the other gods arranged that the Kritika girls should nurse the boy. Verse 24. Tah kshiram jata matrasya kritva samayam uttamam daduh putro ayam asmakam sarvasam iti nishchita. They took him as their child, and upon a promise thereunto from the devas, suckled him. Verse 25. Tatah tu devatah sarva Kartikeya iti bruvan putra trailokya vikyato bhavishyati na samsheha. This boy, said the devas, nourished by you from the milk of your chests, shall take your name, and the world shall know him as Kartikeya. Unparalleled shall be his renown in the worlds. Verse 26. Tesham tat vachanam shrutva skannam garbha parisrave snapayan paraya lakshmiya deepyamanam yatha analam. The Kritikas washed him free and pure of the fetal impurities that adhered to his body when he dropped from the womb of Ganga at the foot of the Himalaya. Verse 27. Skanda iti abruvan devaha skandam garbha parisravat kartikeyam mahabahum kakutsta jvalana upamam. Skanda he shall be called, exclaimed the devas as he was dropped from the womb, and Kartikeya was known by that name also. The divine boy shone in his supreme radiance even as the smokeless flame. Verse 28. Pradurbhutam tatah kshiram kritikanam anuttamam shannam shada anano bhutva jagraha stanajam payah. Milk streamed forth from the breasts of the Kritikas, and wonderful to behold, the child put forth 6 heads and 6 mouths to draw his sustenance from his 6 foster mothers. Verse 29. Grahitva kshiram eka ahna Sukumara vapuh tada ajayat svena viryena daitya sainya ganan vibhu. In the short space of a day, he grew unto his full height and strength. Of matchless grace and beauty, it was but child's play to him to put to rout the assembled hosts of the Daityas. Verse 30. Surasena ganapatim abhyashinchat mahadyutim tatah tam amarah sarve samitya Agni purogama. The celestial hosts gathered round him with peals of joy and with common consent crowned him as their lord and leader and installed him in his proud post. Verse 31. Eshate Rāma-kiṅkarī vistaro abhihito maya kumara sambhava chaiva dhanya punya tathaiva cha. Thus have I narrated unto you, Rama, the wonderful episode of Ganga and the birth of Kartikeya from her. This is a supremely holy and meritorious legend. Verse 32. Bhakta cha yah Kartikeye kakutsta bhuvi manavah Ayushman putra pautra cha skanda salokyatam vrajate. He whose heart is drawn in devotion and reverence towards this divine child, his days shall never grow less on earth, and he is blessed with sons and grandsons without end. And when he quits his body, he shall be taken to the heavens where Kartikeya resides. This is the conclusion of the 37th chapter of Bala. Now we should understand why exactly is Visvamitra regaling the story of Lord Kartikeya. So first of all, Kartikeya is related to Ganga, and since Rama wants to know more about Ganga, he talks about the birth of Kartikeya as well. But more than that, it is necessary for acharyas to establish what is going to happen when people worship the devas. And over here, Visvamitra concludes this complete narration by stating that the person who is a devotee of Kartikeya will go to that particular loka. Sa lokyatam vrajate. So, Skanda's loka is all that they will attain. They are not going to attain more than that. Now, devatas, all of them reside in the material universe. So, by worshipping Lord Kartikeya, one cannot go to the spiritual universe. They will go only to the material universe. And after they exhaust their pious credits in that material universe, what is going to happen to them? Krishna explains this in Bhagavad Gita 9.21. Tetam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam kshine punye martya lokam vishanti evam trayi dharmam anuprapanna gata gatam kama kama labhante. The translation is, when they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. Let us also not forget the wonderful instruction of sage Narada to the Prachetas. Yatha taror moola nishechanena tripyanti tat skandha bhujopashakaha pranopaharach yathendriyanam tathaiva sarvahanam achyutejya. As pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead Achyuta through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality. Therefore, it is not necessary for us to worship anybody else, just worship the Supreme Lord, and that is enough. So this is ultimately a cautionary tale that if anyone worships any devatas, they are going to enter only that particular loka. They cannot proceed further than that. And anyone who goes to the material universe is going to ultimately fall down to this bhuloka again. And they have to go through the cycle of birth and death and birth and death and birth and death, and this is going to continue on and on and on and on. So there is no use worshipping the devatas, essentially. Next, another reason why Lord Kartikeya's story is mentioned is because Kartikeya was born to kill one asura known as the Tarakasura. And Tarakasura's sons are 3 of them, and they are the ones who create 3 roaming cities, and collectively they are known as Tripurasura. So they can be killed only when those 3 cities align together perfectly, and this happens only once in 1,000 years. And Lord Shiva is the one who pierces with a single arrow those 3 different cities and thus destroys the sons of Tarakasura. And that bow is given to King Janaka's ancestor Devaratha, and King Janaka worships that divine bow, and Lord Rama breaks that bow to marry Mother Sita. Therefore, the story of Lord Kartikeya has got something indirectly to do with Lord Rama's pastimes as well. In the next chapter, we will go through how Mother Ganga descended to this earth, and this starts with King Sagara's sacrifice. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunabdiye Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Jai Sita Ram.